where to deploy your React apps. Hello guys and welcome back to SN Software. Deploying a React app requires choosing the right platform based on performance, scalability, ease of use, and cost. This guide compares AWS, Amazon Web Service, GCP, Google Cloud Platform, and cPanel to help developers decide the best hosting option. So by the end of this video, you'll have a best option to deploy your application. All right, let's take a look of some features and platforms. So we have easy of use, scalability, support, serverless support, automatic deployment, custom domains, and SSL, performance and learning. All right, so easy of use. For AWS, you can use amplifier, which is easier, and then for GCP, you can use App Engine, is also easier. For cPanel, is very easy. Scalability for cPanel, no, and supports Next.js. For AWS, you can use Vercel, Amplifier, or EC2. So for GCP, you can use App Engine or Computer Engine. So this is not supported by cPanel. Serverless support, yes, and no for cPanel. Automatic deployment, yes. For AWS, you can use Vercel or Amplifier. For GCP, you can use Firebase App Engine, so to deploy. So this is very easy and quick to deploy, but it is not supported by cPanel. So customer domain and SSL, so this is supported by all of them. Performance, yes, for Google Cloud, even AWS, but performance is very low for cPanel. Learning, okay, for AWS, you need some knowledge, so you need at least to have some knowledge to learn to start deploying your applications or start using AWS. And for GCP, is not that complicated. So GCP, you can start using it within 2 days. Within 2 days or 1 day, if you are good, you can start deploying or building your application there. But it's very easy for cPanel. There's not much work required for cPanel. Okay, let's take some database features, which you can see we have a relational database, SQL and non-SQL. We also have a graph database, caching, real-time database, and the self-managed database. So all of this one is not supported by cPanel, except the last one, self-managed database. So once if you decide to go with the cPanel, you find that the last one, my SQL is actually installed there. So, but is also limited control. So another thing is if you choose to take AWS, so you can use EC2, which is kind of VMware, sorry, virtual machine, VM. So with that, you can install the software, manage the database, all of that. So with the GCP, is also the same thing for Google Cloud platform. So you can use a computer engine where you can run now virtual machine. So install the software, install the database, and start running. So this is also possible with that. All right. So From AWS and the GCP provided robust database solutions, while cPanel is limited to SQL. So for this one too, AWS, GCP, or even also you are using Azure. We are not talking about Azure here, but Azure is also included. So you can have control of the database. But if it's cPanel, so the option is or control of the database is limited. Right. So let's talk about database pricing. So database is very important, especially when you are building application, medium or small application or large application. So the database is very important. So once, if you are choosing any hosting or any platform, so you must think about the database. Must think about the database. So we have here AWS, which sometimes can cost from $5 up to $100. And see, even that is for AWEC2. So for VM. So we also have this here. We have AWS Amplify. So also can cost you up to $100 if you have a large application, and then $10 if the small application. We also have this GCP. GCP or Google Cloud Computer Engine. They are, if you, once you sign up, you usually get up to $300, which you can use for 3 months. So with this one, you can actually set up your database and start using it. But the database there is very expensive too. So you can go from 5 up to 100 plus dollars per month. So we also have a GCP App Engine, which you can also get a free trial for up to 18 instance hours. Free 28 instance hours. We also have a GCP Firebase hosting, which you can get 10 GB free. So from there, you can pay up to $100. So it depends on your application size. But for cPanel or share hosting, the database is actually is usually free. But once you start getting much traffic, so I think the database at some point you start now getting high cost, or you start getting the billing for the database, all of that. So the database pricing consideration. So AWS relational database service start at $15 monthly. I believe $15 monthly. For GCP Cloud SQL, start also from 10, but you also have a free, or you have a free $300, or I don't know how much money they are giving right now, but you get free tier available. So we have Firebase, Firestone, which also can get free tier, 50K reads and 50K writes. Pay tiers start at $5. At $5, which is not that bad. So it depends on your application. So if you consider going with the cPanel, the database is free. The database is free, which is my SQL, but is limited. Right. So if you are planning to deploy your Next.js or React app or VJS app to any platform, hosting platform, so you must think about the database, very crucial. No? So we have things to consider here. We have use case and best options. For static React apps, so cPanel or cPanel, which is a share hosting of Firebase for Google or Amplify for AWS. So this is best. These are best option for you. If you have kind of a full stack application or heavy app, so you need something like AWS, Versal, EC2, or GCP App Engine or Computer Engine. So serverless deployment. So we can go with the AWS Amplify or AWS Lambda, or we can also go with the GCP Firebase. But enterprise and high traffic, so this will require you to have AWS. You can use AWS, so I can recommend you to deploy application to AWS, EC2, or GCP Computer Engine. So this will have full control um, of the server. Or beginners and fast deployment, Firebase hosting or AWS Amplify. So this is this is easy to use, and you can go online within minute. Cheapest hosting, you can take cPanel is the best. cPanel is the best, but it's only for static sites. Database heavy apps, so this you need to use the AWS RDS or GCP Cloud SQL or Firestore. Alright, thank you for watching. My name is Shaban Nswamba. See you in the next video where now we can prepare our Next.js application and start deploying. So we can take this option, GCP or Google Cloud Platform. So set up the server, set up our domain and SSL, start now deploying our application and link our database. Alright, see you in the next video.